In the day session of 10, we will discuss determiners. In this session, we will discuss definition of determiners, kinds of determiners, and some uses of determiners. So, firstly, what is the definition of a determiner? So, determiners are used with countable and uncountable nouns to limit their meanings. Means they are specially used with countable and uncountable nouns. And secondly, they are the special kinds of adjectives. And what is countable and uncountable noun? Countable nouns are individual people, animals, place and things or ideas means which we can count. And uncountable nouns are not indivisible objects, so they cannot be counted. In this definition, we have discussed definition, countable noun and uncountable nouns. Now come kinds of determiners. So there are basically 6 kinds of determiners are there. First is article, then second demonstrative, then third is possessive, fourth is interrogative, fifth is distributive, last but not least is the quantifiers. So basically there are 6 kinds of determiners: articles, demonstrative, possessive, interrogative, distributive and quantifier. So firstly we will discuss about articles. So articles, they are a and the. You know that we have discussed in earlier section. There are 2 types of article, definite and indefinite. So these 3 types of articles, a and the, they are used immediately before the noun. And you know what is noun? It is a name of person, animal or things. So a and the are used immediately before the noun. Let's give an example. Like Rohit is a good friend of mine. Here Rohit is a noun. So a is using immediately after the noun. So after Rohit, we are using a article. In this, Rohit is a good friend of mine. First example. Second, we are invited to the party. Where they are invited? They are invited to the party. To is a article. So what is an article? Article a and the are used immediately before the noun. Second come a demonstrative adjective. You can call it demonstrative determiner also. Words like this, those, that, these are used before a noun to determine its position. What are demonstrative? Demonstrative words are these, that and those which are used before a noun to determine its position. They are used immediately before a noun. They are used when immediately before a noun. Example, these sweets are fresh. Here, sweets are fresh. So, it is using before the noun. These. Those boys are my neighbor. Here, the boys are noun and it is using before this. So, those is a demonstrative adjective. So, what are demonstrative adjective? Words like these, those, that and these are demonstrative adjective. Third come possessive adjective. Adjectives such as my, his, your are used to indicate belonging of noun, which in the possessive use my, his and yours. To make it more clear, let us focus on the example. Their party was very nice. Means there is your possessive. Your studies keep you busy. Means your, here it is a possessive adjectives. Third come interrogative. You only know that interrogative mostly what? WH words such as what, whose, which and before are now in the sentences. Like what is your hobby? We put a question mark. Which shop should we go in? So here what is an interrogative? What and which. Fifth is distributive. Distributive are each, every, neither, few. They are used before a noun in a sentences. Like every dog has its day. Here every is a distributive. Other man may be required. Here, other is a distributive adjective. Last but not least comes your adjectives of quantity like little, few, some. They are used in a noun to indicate its quantity. Like, give me some advice. Here, some is a quantifier adjective. I need a little support. Here, little is a quantifier adjective. So, we have discussed determiners, kinds of determiner and their uses. Now, we will focus on some of the confusing adjectives. You know, determiner is a special kind of adjectives too. First one is few. It is used before plural, countable nouns. Like, it always gives a negative meaning. Like, there are few students in the class. So, it is used in a negative sense. A few, it is also used before a countable nouns, but it give a positive meaning. Like, a few players performed well. So, it is giving a positive meaning. Now, the few, it is used both with indicator, negative or positive, depending on the situation. Like, Rohit uncle read the few novels that we had in our home library. Now, next one is less and fewer. First is fewer. It is also used before countable noun in context of numbers. Like, there are fewer workers than required to complete the task. Next is learn. It is also used before countable noun with reference to quantity. Like, my friend earns less money than a postman. Now comes some. It is also used before countable and uncountable nouns in reference to number. Like, some students are still in the playground. And last is any. It gives a negative meaning. There wouldn't any student in the playground. So it is giving a negative meaning that there is no student in the playground. So we had discussed determiners, kinds of determiners, some uses of determiners.